I was a tattooist for 22 years and I knew what I liked and didn't like about the industry.
We were going around to a bunch of different tattoo shops and piercing places, and they had such a terrible attitude walking in the door. I told that story to Derek, and he was saying that's exactly what I don't want to have.
My name is Derek Mullins, and I'm the owner and proprietor of Metamorph Tattoo Studios. At one point we had managers here and it didn't quite work out for any of them. And then I thought of Antonio, because I've known him for so long. He's like my nephew, kind of.
What? When I was about 14 years old, my father started getting tattoos and wanted to find a guy in Chicago to do the tattoos for him. After doing a little research, he ended up finding the shop Tattoo, and instantly just hit it off with this guy, Derek. Started talking to him and I said, remember I had this idea? And he instantly remembered and had said, oh, I've been thinking about this for years and we can do this. And that was the moment in which I knew it was right. I was going to the right person. Not only the familial connection that he had with my father, but the fact that he really understood the idea that I had wanted to get. And it is tree trunks with the roots coming out, kind of sprawling all over the place. And if you actually look within it too, it actually spells out roots. And the idea eventually is to get the rest of the tree trunk with the branches and have MY carved into the tree trunk of it. The funniest thing to point out nowadays is that the #1 customer that we have are oftentimes young women. A lot of times they think it's men coming in getting skulls and shit like that, sorry. But it's a lot of women getting very, oftentimes dainty, sure that's fine, but very feminine, affirming tattoos. We'll talk about the idea, talk about sizing, placement, make sure that it is feasible, that this is what you want. We're able to have them email it to us, put it into Photoshop, run it through the printer, and then turn it through a thermal fax machine, which then just essentially heats the entire thing to a certain degree, and then it will transfer over whatever images on that printed piece of paper onto the stencil paper.
I started seeing Jake in 2011. He's a tattoo artist that I've stuck with ever since. I think we share a very similar aesthetic. And so I had tattoos before I had met him, before I started coming to him as a client, but they were not as good as what he can offer.
Prior to even reading or anything, drawing was what I was doing when I was little. It wasn't a choice. The musicians just have music that comes out of them. Artists are the same, writers, athletes, we are who we are.
I really enjoy providing an environment for both the artist as well as the client. I love it when people come in and they've had bad experiences at other shops. Because to be honest, we are salesmen to a certain degree, and we do serve the public. And people who can't serve the public or who refuse to serve the public for ego, I love that, because people come in here and we treat them like normal people and they just think it's such a huge contrast. We don't do hate tattoos, no gang tattoos. Not everyone should be tattooed, otherwise it'd be boring. If no one was tattooed, same thing.